Hey guys, it's your girl TeaMarrr with 3 R's because I'm really, really raw. Don't forget that grr. And I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
Let's talk about last night because that was your debut performance for you on TV.
Yeah, it was riveting. I was a little nervous. My little vocal in-ear pack fell as soon as Issa said TeaMarrr. It fell to the ground, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to hear myself." And I was like, "All right, I have to keep going.
Right.
The show must go on."
Right.
So, but I mean, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. I got to meet Sir. I've been obsessed with him since Seven Sundays. I love his music, so I'm just blessed to be a part of it all. Like that was really cool.
Right. And I'm sure like being in a place like that, like the Soul Train Awards, like it's just so much inspiration around you. And I'm sure that's so many connections at the same time.
Yeah, there's legends everywhere. Like Teddy Riley was sitting right in front of me, or his seat was supposed to be right in front of me.
Yeah.
My vision's so bad I can't like pick out who's who, but I know there was just legends in the first row, and I'm like, so
And this is just the beginning. Like wait till you're actually like basically like having these conversations with them and then just going to the studio with them right after. Like
that'd be cool. That'd be so cool.
so we're here at Atlantic today because there's this new signing for you. It's a new venture as well. Talk to me about radio and like what was the idea behind wanting to be, that first artist for them?
I think my One Job music video, it was directed by Jr. James Bland. I'm reading his name in my head. But he had a show called the Giant Series under Issa's YouTube channel. So there was like we were kind of under the umbrella in a family way,
Yeah.
but still she wasn't. It hadn't gotten to her. The connection of how it got to her is very blurry to me, but being a part of the team is amazing, especially being the princess of it all. Like the
Right.
only one is cool, and I'm a little Aries, so I like to be number one.
That's cool. That's cool. Now you got to drop your debut single from with them, kind of love. So talk to me about this track and like, why did you feel like that was the right track to kind of like introduce the world?
I feel like a lot of my songs are I feel like a lot of my songs are bashing or angry or sad or mad or and I feel like Kinda Love is a very hopeful approach to my like out of my collection. It's probably the most hopeful sounding song, and I thought it would be a cool way to introduce myself to the world with something less nigga the fuck like. But I mean, it's still like I'm still obsessed with One Job and like what it was able to do for me.
Right.
But Kinda Love was a nice it's for everybody versus like so I really and it's about having a non-toxic kind of love, so
Right.
just being in a relationship and not having to be so where are you, what are you doing 24/7, texting you every day, like that gets kind of crazy. I don't think and I was that person, so and then I dated a person like that. So then I'm like, okay, now I know what that looks like. I know what that feels like. I never want to be that. And the kind of love explains what kind of love that I want.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you kind of mentioned like a little bit of like different directions or different kinds of styles of songs that you kind of wrote before to now. Like, when you went into the studio to create this one, because it was different, like, was the creative process also different?
I know the creative process is always just freestyle what's in your heart, and then we'll go ahead and rewrite or tweak or re-sing things that could have been, a stronger. But usually the process involves a boy or some heartache or something. This one was very like hopeful. It was like putting it out there. And like shortly after that I put out the song, I started talking to this boy and became my boyfriend for a little bit. So it's like I manifest
put
a
it out
lot.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
I manifest a lot. So
As far as like going into the studio, did you have a different producer this time around? Like, was it the same team that you've always worked with? Like, what was that like?
I usually have a different producers that I work with a lot. The producers for this was just like it was a happy accident because I've been working with him a lot, and we just go like he's really my escape. Like I go and just mess around. I never think we're gonna get something done. I just like to just mess around, and this was like let's go. And like Kareem hates when I go to the studio just mess around. Oh, Kareem's my manager / co-writer. We're creative, like we're like best friends. So every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to the studio to mess around, he's always hearing that like. You heard it off camera. Like he's about business. So it's like we're messing around or are you making a song? So whenever I'm like I'm messing around, he never wants to come. But this time I was like, please come. Let's mess around but make something. And he was like, fine. And he came and we actually able to like structure something versus like just all willy-nilly because I really just like to be in the studio messing around and see what
Do you feel like that vibe between the two of you when you guys got serious? Like, do you think like or did you feel like that was just such a natural vibe? Like you might be seeing more production with him as far as like being serious with like more songs?
There's definitely, I think me and him have a few in the vault too right now, just chilling. So there's always possibilities to create more with them. Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about your artist development from Thanks for My Chapstick to now. Like, how do you feel like you've kind of evolved, and like, what has been the biggest thing that you've noticed has changed in your artistry?
Uh, oops, sorry. How I think how I, wow. Let me think about that. I think I'm a stronger songwriter than I've ever been. I mean, I freestyle still, but there's more of a I can't wait to rewrite this aspect versus like, no, I freestyled that. Let everybody know that's freestyle and don't change nothing. Like, I can freestyle and tweak now with more confidence than ever. I used to like really be obsessed with those songs that were like, yeah, I freestyled that, nothing, never wrote it down. And that happened to me once, so I just thought it would happen all the time, but it happens like a verse, it happens like a hook, but never the full song anymore. So I feel like I'm accepting parts of me that are just more equipped to write a better song, like a song. Like I take it to, and I dress different from then and now.
Do you feel like, or what do you feel was like the defining factor of like how you started to write differently, or how you kind of changed the way that you write?
I think teaming up with Kareem, like, I'm not the type of person who writes with people. And when I met him, I told him that. So he was like, kind of like, let's write for other people and see. So we were like trying to make some songs, and they ended up being like, ended up being for me, and he didn't care for it, and then the others were just kind of like, I guess I opened myself up to to a friendships that's / co-writing, but that has to be it, because I was very, very closed off, very, no, you can't touch this, very, no, you are not in my writing session, absolutely not. And we just kind of like get each other. Like the way we wrote One Job was just speaking it out loud. He was like, I want it to be intense, like, dry your eyes, fuck you crying for? And then I'm like, where's your spine? And we're literally,
Like
we're
bouncing it back and
exactly, we bounce lyrics back and forth to a point where sometimes it sounds like what he came up with sounds like it would have been me, and what I came up with sounds like it would, some melodies sound, yeah, it's a beautiful dream team.
So when you get those freestyles done, like, are you also recording them, or do you come back and
them?
you are?
Yeah,
Okay.
recording them, and then we're going to like snip them. Like, oh, this part's cool.
Right.
That part's kind of wax. Chip that away, and then next thing you know, you have like this Tetris of like clips and sounds, and you put it together, and you try to puzzle piece this fruit roll up of a song.
Now, how did you learn how to like take control of your delivery? Because I feel like, especially on Kind of Love, like your delivery is just like crazy. Like, you go from singing to rapping to like high pitches to like, so how did you kind of learn to do that?
It's still a working process. I don't think I have that kind vocal control. Like there's some, I'm a very spiritually, creatively driven person. So there'll be a day where I'm singing One Job and Kinda Love, and it sounds like, whoa, what's gotten into her? And then there'll be an off day where I'll be like, ooh, what's gotten into her? So I'm trying to like focus more on with my vocal coach on how to like keep that, but like my actual spiritual like intention when the lights hit and the whatever adrenaline is running usually dictates how I'm gonna sound. So I try to be on like a really Superman pose, like really happy to like things sound, because it seeps over. Like it's really your energy that helps. Yeah.
No. Kind of Love is out now. So, what else can we expect as far as music goes? Are you working on a package? Are you doing another single?
New single coming soon. I can't tell you when, but we're just trying to work on visuals and stuff. But I do have a completed-ish album that has quite a few songs on it. I think maybe 13 or 12. Yeah. And it's hashtag TTTW. I don't want to say what it stands for yet, but it's coming 2020 for sure, Nice. Yes.
Now, and lastly, for those that are not familiar, what is it about music that grabbed your attention and made you do whatever it takes to kind of pursue it?
It's what are magnets made out of? If music and I like, you get the analogy. I not finished saying it. Damn it. It's healing.
Attract?
Yeah, music and I attract. I've been obsessed with it since I was a little girl, and it was more of appreciating. Like I love to hear the violin cry. I love to hear tones and voices. Like I love Biggie's voice, Amy's voice, Jay-Z's voice. Like, and I would just listen to it over and over and over and over and over till I'm singing it. I'm like singing along to rap songs. Like I loved tweaking everything that came out. If you were Ja Rule and you were rapping whatever you were rapping, I was trying to sing it my way, but my voice wasn't always like appreciated. So I had to like wait till that type of voice was like acceptable. Cause Lord. But music is like how I sleep, it's a universal language of healing, of love, of dance, and I'm so glad to be a part of the musical world because I'm able to give my medicine to people that need it.
Right. Awesome. Well,
My sonic medicine.
well, congratulations with the signing, the single. You guys be sure to check out TeaMarrr. New single, Kind of Love, is out now. Thanks for watching here on Front Row Live.